everybody, so I wanted to do a little video about some packages that I got in the mail, and probably some cool things that I believe that y'all will like. Now, I guess I'll go ahead and start off with these two. I did order two Pokemon cards, and then I have quite a few Metazoo stuff that I'm going to show off. Now, I did win a Scizor winner card, so a Rocket Scizor. This is probably, I think, probably going to be a... Okay, it has a little bit of more of a nick than I thought it was going to be. But initially on the photos, it looked like it would probably be a PSA 8. I only paid about $9 in total for this. So between shipping and, of course, the actual fee. So I don't think that's too bad. I really like Scizor. Worst case scenario, I'll grade this and this will be in my own collection because I do have the regular promo of the Rocket Scizor and Sneasel, of course, from the movie, if you've ever seen that. Now, I do also have this, which I'm hoping this actually came in good condition. I have a feeling my mom is going to be like, I want that card that you just showed, because it is a rainbow card, or the rainbow rare. Make sure I am trying to... Oh, he did wrap this up pretty good. This actually is... If I can open it up quick enough. All right. Alright, they did pretty well. I always worry about ordering off of Facebook Marketplace. Sometimes the Pokemon community, you do have some good people in there, but I hate to say this, on the Facebook places, there is sometimes not the best. But yeah, I got a Hisuian Typhlosion V, or the VMAX rather. Pretty good centering. I was looking at the card, the dude had this one as a spare. It looks pretty good initially. Wanted to make sure on that corner. There's a ton. Well, it looks like there's just like a little bit of white that's... I don't know. He had said that the card was really clean. Trying to make sure. Maybe it's just my eyes being crappy. Let me see. No, it's probably just my eyes. But anyway. It is the Hisuian V, or VMAX, as I said, Typhlosion. So I do really like Typhlosion a lot. I like the Hisuian version, and I wanted to get the rainbow version of it. I think that's really cool. I'm hoping that they do an alt art of this Pokemon at some point, and I will pick that up as well. But I'm going to send this with my submission. I have actually 3 submissions that I've submitted to PSA now. All 3 have been scanned in. Somehow, one of them is already in research and ID. I don't know. I literally sent it, my first one at the $30 tier, and literally it arrived on July 1st. And then, of course, July, what was it, 3rd or 5th or something like that, they announced the $18 a card with the $200 limit. And I was like, gosh darn it. So I called PSA. They wouldn't let me change it. It is what it is. But I did send off 2 more orders of the $18 a tier. So I have a total of 223 cards there. And I have a bundle of Metazoo ones that I'm going to show off in a second that I will be sending off. And I'm going to send this off with it. So long as I can inspect this card and make sure that what I'm seeing right here maybe just might be dust on the inside and not an actual nick or something like that. Otherwise, I will probably just leave this in a top loader and put on my shelf either way. So, going off to this. Now, if you know Metazoo, if you keep up with Metazoo, there was a convention this past weekend, and I was not able to go. This was down in Florida, and my buddy decided, or rather, it was last weekend, not this past weekend, but I guess it's still past. Let me open this up this way real quick, just so my address is not showing. But he helped me get some signed stuff. So I sent him a bundle of cards. I sent him some little gifts for helping me out. I paid for his ticket because even though he was like, you don't have to do that. But I felt as if, I'm not able to drive down there. And also me going all the way down to Florida, if I really wanted to go to the convention, would cost me an arm and a leg. And I didn't want to do that. So I felt he was kind enough to help me out. So I kind of wanted to just return the favor. He taped the crap out of this thing. Whew. At least I know it was bundled well. I was so worried because I was so worried about getting to getting home in time. We had a really bad storm here. So, all right. So, these are my cards. He had said he was sending me a little deck to play with because I didn't have an actual structure deck. So, he was like, I'm going to send you this. And of course, he loves, I believe it's the water or the ice decks, if I'm not mistaken, because he loves, I think it's Wahila. It's the wolf. But, anywho, that's, I'll open this up in a second and we'll see what we get inside. But these are my signed stuff that I sent to him. Some of them are signed. Some of them he said that, unfortunately, the artists that I thought were going to be there were not going to be there. So I guess we'll start off with this. So, I think he actually sectioned them out based on the artist. So Chris Campman was there, and this is my favorite, one of my favorite cards, or probably my favorite card that he's done. I find it absolutely hilarious, at least like the little things you can see in the background, but he drew a little frogman for me on it. As you can see, I really, really like that. And then let's see what else we got. We got the Iowa Dragon. I actually only asked if he could do the sketch on this one, but he did a sketch on this one too, so I'm not going to complain. So I really like that. And then we've got Stone Man. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So he did doodle 2 of those, and he did spoil a little bit for me already, because we got into a video chat, and he was like, dude, he's like, I gotta show you this. And so I was overly excited. So I was hoping that Sebastian was there. I was wrong. Seb was there, so it kind of threw me off. So these are some cards that weren't able to get signed, and yeah, that's right. And he also, I was not able to get this promo, so he kindly sent me out one of the promos he got that was extra. So these were, I think, originally for $5 a piece plus shipping, and I think you could only order 2 at a time. He did 2 orders of 2, and was kind enough to give me one of his extras that he had. So I am so happy with this, especially the fact that I don't have to buy it on the aftermarket. It's a cool little promo, but I wanted to check it because I actually, with the other cards I'm going to send off to PSA, if this one is nice enough, I'm actually just going to send it with it. So to go ahead and get that graded as well. I think that's cool, a little July 4th. If you didn't already notice, there is, I think, a Mothman and the fireworks right there. And then I think some of the other fireworks might have different cryptids in it, but I'm not quite certain. I haven't really gone through it. But unfortunately, I couldn't get these signed, but it's okay because I'm still going to send each of these off to PSA. Well, I don't know. I'll probably send this one off to PSA. I really like the Beaver Shark, but I don't know if it will do well on the market. And then also in the same sense, I'm like, I kind of still want some of these cards graded at some point or another. So I may also hold back on these. But on to the next. So we've got some stuff from Poncho. So he got my Wendigos signed. So there is the regular Wendigo signed. My alt art of the Tea Kettler that I pulled. This was my very first big pull, I guess you could say, when I first got into Metazoo. He did a Boogeyman for me. A Awful. I swear he put these in order on purpose. I swear he did. Because I knew it. Yeah, Poncho did a little sketch of a Wendigo on one of my other cards. Of the 2, I tried to see if he could do a sketch on the better of the 2. And then I know exactly what he did, which one he put on the back. And that is the eBay token, and he did a sketch of the werewolf on it. So I'm pretty certain he purposely did that. So that's kind of funny. So if you see this, buddy, that was actually kind of cool. So anyway, on to the last little bit. And these are by Jet, if I'm not mistaken. All of them should be. So I got, of course, the little axolotl signed. My Cumberland Dragons. I love Cumberland Dragon. I have so many of these signed, it's not even funny. Got another Cumberland. And these I all pulled from my booster box that, luckily, all of them were, like, really, really mint. And then my last one, Goose... And he did it again. He put the sketches on the back on purpose. The Goose Creek... Pink Mess of Goose Creek Lagoon. I love this thing. It is so freaking adorable, and I was trying so hard to find a mint copy, and luckily she did a little doodle for me as well. I love the doodles. I mainly collect cards that have the doodles themselves, or, you know, if they are done for me, I guess. So I love these so much. I'm mainly going to send a lot of these off to PSA for my own collection. I will have a lot of these up, you know, after I send them off to PSA and get graded. I will probably sell some of these afterwards. I do collect Cumberland Dragons, so at some point I will probably have an entire army of PSA slabs of Cumberlands. So I'm just a really big fan of it. I love the artwork in general. I need to get a Victor Larsson's copy at some point, which is the sample. I don't think that's going to happen, but we'll see. We'll see in the future. Anyway, those should be all my signed cards that I got. So I'm actually going to open up this guy, since Dwayne was kind enough to send this to me. So that's the positive part about making friends in the Metazoo community, is with Pokemon, at least personally, I've never had anybody like be kind enough not only to help me out with the signatures and everything else, but kind enough to actually send me freebies too. I did send him some stuff as well in general, just to be kind, but he did offer to send me these because we are talking about trying to play a bit here and there, but we're trying to do Tabletop Simulator. We'll see what happens. I also need to learn the game more and more when it comes to, so you get like a little play mat, you get the coin, little crab. Interesting enough, I actually have been wanting this deck for a while because I love the Manta Ray. I find it absolutely adorable. And I don't even know who draws it, to be honest. But I guess we'll find out right here. It is Kelsey. So there is the Manta Ray promo. Look at that. It's so pretty. The blue and white. And then we've got some... So we have one Nightfall pack. And we have... There's other stuff in here. Your little rule book. And, of course, you get a second copy of the Manta Ray. But let's go ahead and open up this pack and see what we get inside. Hopefully it's better luck than the spell books. I love Nightfall. Wilderness is my favorite set to open, but Nightfall is where I started. So I know most of the cards. I don't know too much of first edition Cryptid Nation, but there you go, Guardian Angel. And if I'm not mistaken, I think... Oop, I just dropped a few of the cards. I believe some of the actual decks have different, like, our alt arts of some of the cards and stuff. At least that's what I noticed in when I was ordering stuff off of TCG Player for my Nightfall set. So let's see what we got. Oh, if I can open it up without messing things up. And I just dinged up that card. Oh well, I'll be using it for play anyway, so it's fine. All right, so we've got Chessie. So it is an alt art of Chessie. Okay. And the crab. So non-hollow of Flood the Earth. I think the Chessie... Nope, Mermaid Scales is different too. Okay. And then your different Terras. Alright, yeah. So that's pretty cool. So I am going to try to learn how to play this. I'm going to keep everything together. That way the deck is complete and figured out from there. I might have to buy another deck. A buddy of mine wants to learn how to play as well. So I might buy a separate deck as well. Or go through all the bulk that I have, build some decks, and kind of mix and play and see exactly how it goes. But yeah, that was everything in this video. If you liked what you saw, please leave a like. Oh, actually, let me show one more thing. So what I was talking about submission. So my last submission that I'm doing now, I'll be sending off my signed cards at some point. I don't know when, because right now, if I wanted to send off signed stuff, like it would be like 36 a card or something like that for PSA. And don't get me wrong, I really want these slabs, but I don't know if I'm going to do the $36 a card just for the signature and everything else. If the prices come down, I'll do them. But this is what I'm submitting on my very last submission. Now, I might add some Pokemon cards to it, like some full arts of the evolutions from Hidden Fates, but I haven't fully decided. But I do have a couple copies of the Dragon of Akanto. I did finally get the stained glass token, so I will be sending that. I absolutely love this so much. eBay Bigfoot. I've got some playtesters. Jesse, of course, from fan art. I have the Metapoo medal that I pulled, the Mothman that I pulled, of course, my various different moths, more of the illustration stuff, the Bloody Marys. I have a feeling the Bloody Marys, I think, have a chance at the 10s, but I don't know about the other ones. And of course, Unrefined Crystal. I've got some other stuff. This is my errors. So I have my upside down Wendigos, the messed up Woolly Mammoth, as you can tell. I've got another eBay card, my upside down reverse. I actually pulled this the other day, first edition Rock Slide, and then more eBay hollows. So I got some other stuff. I originally wasn't going to send these. Oh, and then my chibi. I wanted to get something like this signed by Victor. Unfortunately, I think that he is no longer signing anything Metazoo, so I'm just going to send it off for my own personal collection. And then, of course, more eBay stuff, my Collecticon promo, and first edition. I actually pulled this off screen or off camera the other day, first edition, and another eBay. So these are different things that I'm going to send off to PSA, along with, of course, as I said, the Typhlosion, as long as I check this and everything checks out. But yeah, this is a cool little opening that happened. So if you want to get your card signed, by all means, please go to conventions. It's so much fun. The Metazoo staff and the artists are so kind. I've never had any issues going up there. I know Jet, I'm a big fan of Jet. And yeah, Poncho is super nice too. I haven't met some of the other cast in person. I think Lily was really sweet, but I didn't really talk to her that much. But yeah, other than that, I hope you all have a nice day.